it again. All right, we are back. And while we were on break there, I did a little research real quick because I can't remember all of it. But we're going to call it the Freedom Fries incident. And what happened, it was back in February of 2003, a North Carolina restaurant. Actually, let's back it up before that. The whole problem began when George Bush decided to go into Iraq in the invasion of Iraq. And France said, no, we're not supporting this. And a Republican lawmaker in North Carolina decided to get everyone in all the restaurants in North Carolina to change the name from French fries, which we call them French fries here, to Freedom Fries. And that led to eventually, I think Bush put tariffs on French wine and all sorts. It really, for a while there, it got out of hand. It was really crazy. And then eventually they realized that people were still buying French wine because who is going to stop drinking French wine? No one over here. And the whole thing kind of fizzled out and died. But another one of Bush's many stupid things that he did. And we Democrats, and I'm a Democrat, like to say the only problem we have here in the United States is the GOP, the Grand Old Party, the Republicans. If they were not involved, we'd probably have health care like they have in France and like they have in um, um, the Nordic states, and we'd be a whole different country without them. So hopefully, we're almost done with that for this present term. We got an election coming up real soon. But what do you guys think about that? Or do you remember? Does that help remind you? You're probably very young when that was happening.
I was 10 actually. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah. Okay, so but it obviously had no probably effect on France. They didn't change their mind. They didn't. And the one thing they did mention is I think China and Russia opposed the Iraq invasion, but they weren't going to go to the Security Council of the United Nations. Whereas France said, yeah, we're going to block you in the Security Council of the United Nations. And that's why Bush was so mad at France. But anyway, we're not mad at France. I'm not mad at France. France is a beautiful place. I want to see it someday. And okay. Um, okay, this next one, I know I'm going to not say this right, but it sounds like ferry, like like fairies. Like, is that right?
it's
Because you talk about falling, or the piano actually sounds like falling snowflakes. And go ahead, talk. I want to hear your side of it, not my side.
oh well, that's actually yes, it's the last song I wrote for the album. Everything was set up for recording, and I felt like something is missing. I need to put piano in this, and when it was here, I played on my piano, and I wrote this song, and I use a plugin made by Olafur Arnalds, you know, the Icelandic composer,
Oh wow,
and I really love.
I
Uh,
don't know, but yeah.
it's really cool. And maybe I say it wrong actually because it's Icelandic and it's really hard to pronounce.
Yep.
um,
What did you do? You just wrote to them, or?
I just like no, I use it's a plugin that he made
Oh,
for.
okay.
I have not been in contact with him. I would love to have been, but I haven't. But yeah, and I'm very inspired by his music actually, and I wanted to. Well, piano is my first instrument, so it's the first contact with music and the first times that I could like express my emotions without talking. So I wanted that to be on this album. And this song Ferry, it's about this world that I miss. It feels like fairyland or something like that, but there is a vibe like this in my visions when I think about that place. And I just wanted to talk about it without talking and just with a feeling. So I wrote the song and I that's in the vibe, but no words for that.
Yeah, it is beautiful. I think I might have mentioned that I wish it was even longer, but no, it is wonderful. Any anything else? Anyone else? Poor Melody. Do you have anything else you want to say or?
Um, yeah, it's fun that you said what you said about snowflakes. I haven't thought of this before, but it's very organic. Yeah. Um, nature dimension and very vaporous at the same time. Yeah, it make me quite high every time you play it. You play it, and I'm like, ah,
Floating. Yeah.
that's so cool.
It's probably a beautiful one to before you go to sleep or sort of like a lullaby, but not a lullaby.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Okay, let's give this one a try. This is gonna be interesting. Uh L'air de lit.
Yeah, well done. It's La Délice, actually,
Oh,
but like
pretty good.
it was really good.
Yeah.
um, Tell us about that one.
This one I wrote a long time ago, actually. I was in Montpellier, in the south of France, in the conservatory. And we had a master class about court singing under Louis XIV, so in Versailles. It was about, the king's operas and stuff like that. And it was in a chapel, actually. And there were lilies on the vitraux on the windows, and the glass windows, so lilies made of glass, like the windows were. I don't know how to say that in English. In French, it's vitrail. So what you have in churches.
Not
On the
yeah, stained glass or stained glass. There's a
Yes,
word for it.
stained glass. So there was stained glass lilies actually in this chapel, and l'air délice means the lullaby of the lilies lullabies, and it's a song. Well, the court song they had at Versailles. It was Baroque music, and it was a lot about love and lost love, or like people trying to court other people. So it's like really about love, actually. And this song is about love too. It was a time of my life when it was really hard. Well, I've had a difficult life story. Now it's cool, but my beginning was not really nice. So yeah, I talk a lot about love, and yeah, this one is about, yes, I don't want to love anymore or be loved. Just like I'm okay. Give me peace, and I'm here. I am nice, but like I give that to you. It's just too tricky for me, so you take that. And the song is about
I
that.
see. Well, you can't just roll past Versailles without talking a little bit about that. One of the most beautiful places in the world that humans have ever created. Have you been inside and what's it like in real life?
Where? Sorry, I haven't heard.
Yes, you have. The Palace of Versailles.
Ah, Versailles. Sorry, I hadn't. Have you been in Versailles?
Never.
Really?
Never.
You haven't?
No.
Oh wow. Well, I have. And when I was a teenager, I was really fond of this time, so I read novels about that, and yeah, it's really beautiful. It's really,
So
really
have
beautiful.
you toured the whole thing? I think there's like a mirrored dining room or something. Well, you
Yeah,
tell us
yeah.
what were your most exciting parts of that whole visit? Because the gardens are beautiful. Go ahead.
The gardens are beautiful, actually, yes. But it's like I prefer more natural gardens. You know, the gardens in beautiful because yeah, it's really squared. It's jardin à la française, so it's like you have bushes, but like they very squared and stuff. And I really prefer.
Everything has to be perfect.
Yes,
Manicured. Yeah, yeah.
yes. I prefer like English
There's
gardens.
probably a guy that goes out there every day, and if the branch comes up a little, we got to cut that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, and yeah, inside, I think I love the queen's bedroom. It's really like I wouldn't like my home to look like that because it's really too much. There's gold everywhere, mirrors everywhere. It's beautiful, but it's like heavy, you know, the decor.
You'd be afraid to get on the bed and wrinkle it, or
Yeah, that's it.
it's like I'm not going to sleep here. I'm just going to take a picture. Or no,
Yes, that's it. But that's a really beautiful place, full of history, but also it's like a symbol of very rich people taking a
yeah.
lot of poor people, and so
You're more you're on the side of the revolution.
I don't know. Okay,
I know,
Don't-
no, I shouldn't talk about politics, but um,
yeah. Well, yeah. I'm.
that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, we like we don't like racism, and we don't like people being harsh on other people, and we
Yeah.
don't like racism and fascism. So yeah, we like left wing in France. It's called la gauche. So yeah, we are.
We
We don't talk about politics, but it's okay to tell people what you think is not okay. And
Yeah.
in France, we actually, the political climate is really tense,
Yeah.
and what is happening in our country is not okay at all. People voted for something, and the president just skipped that and chose his way anyway. And you have a lot of people that are now voting for racist parties, and it's really frightening. But you
What
also have a lot of people that try to make things right and build something else. So it's a bit like in America, actually, right now with the elections, I think.
Yes. Yeah, and I think I was watching your elections, and the blonde lady, the fascist lady, won so many seats, and it scared everyone. And then you had like I think the European Parliament, and the liberal or left wing won enough seats to slow that momentum. True, not true?
In France, yeah, we had in the European Parliament, it's the fascist side that won, and after that they like dissolved the assembly, and we had to vote again for the assembly, and everyone was really frightened that fascists will like win all the seats, but it was the left wing that ecologists and more revolutionary people too, and yeah, all the left wing that was really morselled, not just came together and said, okay, we are together and we want to stop that, and we want to build something new. And so they won actually most of the seats, but not like it's really close between the parties, but they won actually. And in France, when the president chooses the prime minister by in the party that has the most seats in the assembly, so he should have chosen from this alliance of the left wing, but he chose not to, and he picked a liberal, very
Just like him.
conservative, actually. Yeah.
So you're talking about Macron,
Yeah.
and it seems like nobody likes him, the left or the right, and he's like in the middle. And go ahead. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't talk. Go ahead. You
Well, I don't really know about that. Actually, it's really complicated at the moment in France, and it's really, really harsh. But yeah, we hope that it's going to be more peaceful with
from our limited perspective over here, we're like, please don't get rid of Macron because we're afraid of, what we just I what's her name? I can't remember her name.
Marine
Huh?
Marine Le Pen.
Le Pen. Yeah, that's right. And so we don't want that. We absolutely don't want that. And but at the same time, locally or in France, you're like, yeah, but Macron hasn't been doing a real good job either. But it to us, it's like the least of two evils. And you're probably looking at our election and saying, please don't put that guy back in. And we don't want him either. But um, yeah, it is frustrating, and we're balancing on the edge of a coin on both sides, and um, hopefully the better side wins. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Let's get out. I mean, I'm a political science major, so I could talk about that, but we're not talking about, we're talking about music. How about Rainbird? Tell us that's in English, and that's tell us. And I think this is the one you do sing in English, right?
Yes, we
Yeah.
do. Well, maybe you want to talk about this one, Rainbird, because you sing most of it on stage,
Yeah, on
and you
stage,
sing in it in the album too.
yeah,
You
I,
can
I
hear
do backing vocals, yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Um, I I feel it right now because it's man.
So you can tell me in French if you need help.
Ça résonne en moi.
Yeah, it rings. It like resonates with
Yeah,
you. Yeah,
it resonates with me actually. I think it talks about hurt part of us
Yeah.
that we have to let go to go on.
Yeah.
I have to do this right now. So so it's a really important song for me right now, and it's very important for me to sing it on stage now. It's so cool. It's really powerful and
Make
Vibrate.
a
Yeah.
video and let her shine.
I would love to
Yeah,
make a video on this one.
it would be really cool.
Yeah, I was thinking of that today actually. If we have the funds, we will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a song about trauma actually, and about releasing this part that has been hurt and that is still with you when you've been traumatized. And yeah, and at some point, even if it's hard, you have to say goodbye to this part in order to heal. Otherwise, you always are this victim and always reliving, reliving these things that were too much and too for you. So yeah, it's like okay, it's telling to this part, I know you've been strong, thank you for being here, but now I have to leave you behind. And and it speaks to both of us because we had different experiences. And
Well, you made me go back a little bit in time here just a couple of weeks ago, and we actually met with one of these famous band members of a band here from Washington. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Posies, but anyway, if you get a chance, if you like the Beatles, one of their albums sounds like the Beatles of the '80s. And anyway, one of the questions that he asked me was, Mark, where do you think a songwriter's need to express themselves or a musician's need to express themselves. And he said a lot of it comes from pain and needing to, get that out by making music. Is that kind of like what you're talking about here with
Yes,
this song?
yes, it is. Yeah,
So you'd agree with him? Yeah.
totally.
All right. Okay, the last song is riffs, and I love the drums. I mean, keyboards is probably my favorite instrument if you really said which one is it. But I love the drums too. I wouldn't mind. I don't play any instruments, but I'd probably play one of the two. And this thing is full of cool drums at the beginning. Talk a little bit about that, and then the whole song. It's a great ending. It's a closing song too.
Yeah, it's a closing song. Rifts is a really harsh song, actually, for me to sing even on stage. The drums were added by Florent, my sound engineer friend, who wanted to make it blend in with the album. But at the first, it was just an acoustic song with an acoustic guitar, and I played it on the album with the electric one. And he did this final part. He wrote that. I did not. He just arranged that, and I really like it because it illustrates the song really well. It's it's a really harsh subject. It's a song about rape, actually, and
Oh,
about abuse.
oh, I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
Yeah, no, because it's really metaphorical song. So, and on this one, it's not just rape; it's abuse. It can be like mental abuse or someone being too harsh on someone else and trying to take something from someone else.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
from the point of view of the victim or the person, like saying, well, in this song, I am saying, you cannot hear me because I cannot say it, but I am hurting very much, and you take what you want, but it's not right.
No,
And
no, it isn't.
it's a song about that, and yeah, this one on stage is really, even speaking of it, I'm like,
I was gonna say, what's it like performing that? Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
well, um I can't talk before performing it and after, so it's like the previous song stops, I just like tune in my guitar and sing this one, and after that I can't even talk. We just jump to burns because in on our set it's burns after this one on stage. And yeah, I cannot. It's really hard to talk, and I feel like I don't want to bring too much drama on stage by talking about what happened. But yeah, it's really an intense moment,
Yeah.
but very calm at the same time. That's really strange.
Well, and so what are some of the bands and what are some of your favorite bands that influence you that you've listened to over the years? Both of you. We'll give both of you a chance to.
Do you want to start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite band of all time, the Kings. The
Wow,
uh,
excellent.
love it so much. But after that, kind
What's
of
your
my
favorite song? What's your favorite song?
ah.
I mean, if you had to, I mean,
I want to say it changes all the time, but at the moment I would say Shangri-La.
oh, okay.
I like it.
All right. No, no, it's very good. I love summertime that the lazing on a Sunday afternoon or yeah,
Yeah.
that one and the other one's escaping me right now, um but anyway, there's so many. But
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah. Um which album or which how did you learn about them? Probably from parents or just
No,
radio?
not at all. I think movies.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
Yeah, I really like movies, going to cinema, to theaters, all of that. And the Kings are always there. Mostly in Wes Anderson or Edgar Wright. And I love them, so I was like, oh, what that? Oh, I will listen, and so I did.
Excellent.
After
And how about for you?
Do you want to say more?
I wanted to add Calandra and Aurora.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's all.
Yeah,
for
well,
me.
I love them too, actually. Calendra and Aurora. They are. Aurora has been a real vocal inspiration, actually. For my part, I love a lot of Nordic folk music, like
Enya,
Aurora, Sylvain. I don't know if you know Sylvain.
yes.
And I really love these women, and Eivor too. And
Enya,
yeah.
Enya. And I think in my review, I mentioned Lorena McKenna.
Yes, it's my Celtic side. I have been loving Celtic music since my childhood, and yeah, it's a big inspiration. And Lorena McKenna is part of this inspiration, of course. Yeah, I love her. Yep, and I also love Olafur Arnalds. No, so the Icelandic guy that I talked about. Icelandic music, actually, Kailan Mikla is also really cool. And yeah, and also the band Alcest. I don't know
Okay.
if you know them, the French band. Yeah, because they talk a bit like, I mean, the singer experienced something similar to what I did, so I feel like connected to that. And also, yeah, a lot of bands actually, and Renaissance music. I love Renaissance music. I love classical music actually a lot. I listen to a lot of classical music. Yeah.
And I think you guys know Anne Claire from Bad Dog Promotions. No,
No.
because I think she's the one that introduced me to Weg Foren. But she's also from France, and she's in Nine Skies and just released a new album, Frantic. But that very good music too, as well.
I don't know her actually,
No.
but yeah, but I think it's our booker knows her, and he knows Vecfriend, so I think that's how the word passed. But yeah, no, we do not know her.
All right. What if somebody was like saying, "Tell me your favorite song of all time," which, if each of you, which one would you pick?
Oh no, that's a really hard question.
Oh
That
gosh.
is a very difficult question.
I have mine.
Yeah, go on,
Okay.
go on.
Think about yours. Yeah, well, it's one from Olafur Arnalds, actually, I think. It's called Woven Song, and it's a piano song with a lot of textures that he adds, and the video for this song is really beautiful. It's it speaks to the soul. It's like there's no word, it's just piano solo, but it speaks so much, I think. I really love his work. I would love to see him in concert one day.
Do me a favor, and if you could send me the YouTube by
course.
email. Well, when we're done, I'll give you my email and all that. But please send that. I'll add it to the bottom of this. Yeah,
Oh.
that'd be wonderful.
Okay, I think I think that's a lot, but I'm thinking of one. Try Again by Supertramp. I love it. I don't know why there's
Try
scaling.
again.
Try Again, yeah, by
Oh,
Supertramp.
okay. Which album?
It's Try Again by Supertramp, the band.
Supertramp. But I mean, which album?
Sorry for my accent.
Which album?
No, I understood you.
First album. I think it's a Supertramp.
The first album is
Yeah.
the name of the band.
Yeah, I
Oh, the
think.
very first album. Okay.
No, it's very long and very moody and but really cool. I
Oh, I'll have to listen to that. I never did.
really love it.
Yeah, I finally remembered the song that's probably my favorite from the Kinks, Destroyer. I love that song. Came out around 80s, 90s. Just a really good beat and rhythm to it. You're not familiar?
Oh, you have to listen to
Yeah,
it.
I will.
You have to listen to it. Destroyer.
I'll send that to you if you want. But no, the Kinks Destroyer. It's just really good. It's danceable. It's yeah, just really good.
Cool.
All right. I think we covered the whole album. Do you guys, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about which we haven't? Anything else you want to mention or are either here's one more question. Are either of you involved with other side projects or things like that you wanted to talk about?
You have a lot more if you want.
Yeah, but okay, I will. Melody has a solo project.
Okay. I have a solo project, very folk, just my guitar and singing. It's called Moon Before Sunrise. Because my favorite movie is Before Sunrise by Richard Linklater.
Oh, okay. Please.
I just.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, please send it to me.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, because Melody is like.
Tell us a little bit more about it. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh no, I was just saying I just throw my emotions
In your music.
Yeah, that's all. I wanted to say something. I didn't know how to do it, so I learned a bit of guitar, and voila.
Voila. Voila. Thank you. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, because Melody is cinephile, we say in French. She loves cinema and she goes like every week to the theaters.
Yeah.
What's the latest movie you've seen?
Solaris by Andrei Tarkovsky. The movie from 70s, I think.
Oh,
It was so cool.
and they show them at theaters there, or
Little cinema.
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. Because here all you get is Beetlejuice, Batman, or not Batman, but the Joker. Yeah, I mean the latest stuff, and that's wonderful that they do that. They play older movies.
Yeah.
Right.
We do it a lot, and it's so cool. I'm so glad we have that.
Yeah, you can discover classics.
Yeah.
At the theaters. That's really cool. Yeah, and also I wanted to talk about. Sorry, and I will answer the question after, but about Melody again because she's a really shy person, but a really rich person. So I don't want like to miss out on. If it's okay with you.
Yeah.
And she's also a photographer.
Yeah.
And she's been like, I mean, her work with the images inspires Solventis actually. And she's been with me as a photographer for longer than a musician. But she's been here since the beginning, even if when I was a solo artist. So yeah, that's and she filmed the two videos that the video that we released this Friday and the video that we will release in November. Melody filmed that, so
Excellent.
I cannot. So yeah, I
Looking forward to that.
And yeah, for me, I have several side projects, but Solventis is my main project, and I'm also in a band with a friend who is living in Canada now, but she's from France, and it's called Splendor Noctis. So it's a band. It's more dark wave band. It's a lot heavier in the sound and the emotions. It's a cathartic band, but I really like it. And we will at some point release an EP, but I don't know when. And I'm also in another band called Soaring. It's a French shoegaze band.
Oh, shoegaze.
Yeah,
I like
and
shoegaze.
we just released a single in September, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just like singing and playing the keyboards, but it's a friend of mine who composed everything and recorded everything. And I'm in the live. I sang on the song, but that's all that I did. And yeah, well, we will play live soon in 2025. We'll see. But,
Can't
Yeah,
wait.
please send those to me. I'd be happy to review them. When I think of shoegaze, the first thing, the minute you said that, I was thinking of the Verve
oh,
from England.
I don't know them. Do you
Oh,
know
yeah,
them?
I know that. Yeah, very cool.
Well,
Yeah.
shoegaze, I know like
But there's so many, yeah.
yeah, I
There's
love
others.
slow dive actually, but yeah, because of it.
All right. Are you working on a new album? I almost forgot that one.
Actually, we started thinking about it, but I think after the tour, we will like dive in the new album.
Yeah.
And I would like Melody to compose with me,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
has never happened in Solventis actually.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I would like more of you in the next album.
Could be cool.
So yeah.
Good, good. All right. Anything else that we might have missed? I almost forgot that question. That's an important one.
Well, no, I think it was really complete.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah, both of you, thank you very much for all your
Thank-
time. Wonderful conversation. I mean, this has been one of the best I've had for a while. I mean, they're always good, but no, we really got off target there for a while, but we really talked a lot about your album. And yeah, if for those of you that are watching this for the first time, please get out there and listen to this album. It is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful music, beautiful voices, and it's just a thrilling album to just sit back and relax to and let it um, surround you. Basically, it's just fantastic. And I finally copied it, and I'm taking it in the car with us when we go out today, because I've been listening to it at home, but haven't been able to listen to it in the car. But this time we're finally going to do that. So just wonderful. And the weather here is cloudy and rainy. It's perfect. It's just really good.
Well,
Well,
thank you very much for the review actually also because it was really nice.
no, you're more than welcome. It's always difficult when something's in another language and you don't really know what they're saying, but you can still feel it. I mean, all of us as humans, you can still feel what you're getting at, even if you don't know the exact meaning and everything. And again, don't fear this album because it's mostly in French. It is, you'll be able to understand it, you'll be able to connect with it, and it's beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'll turn this off and hold on just a second. We'll talk. But again, thank you, Solventis, for a wonderful discussion.